So the long-awaited Electroneum update is here. So you're gonna want to stay tuned. You're gonna want to like and subscribe. Let's get right onto this one. So Richard Ells had come up with a video today. Richard and the team. Shout out to them for updating us. It's been a long while. I think since last year we haven't had any updates with ETN, and this is him. So let's hear him out and see what Electroneum has been cooking. Let's get right into it.
Hi everybody, Richard Ells here from Electroneum with a long-awaited update. First thing's going to be covering what we have been doing for the last year or so. Second thing is going to be an update on our new blockchain, the smart contract blockchain that's coming along nicely. Number 3 is AnyTask, the fact we've just launched additional cryptos being used in there. And fourth thing is going to be the future, what we're doing with the ETN project, where we're taking it. First up is what we've been up to for the last year or so. So all of last year, we were in negotiation and due diligence and all sorts of other things to become a significant blockchain partner to a major multinational corporation. It was ridiculously exciting. I had to go on kind of radio silence. The lawyers didn't want me to speak about it, and so I was quite quiet. And a lot of people were clamoring around. Well, unfortunately, the FTX disaster that took place last year has reduced their risk appetite, and they've gone fairly cold on us since Christmas, which is bad news to report, I'm afraid.
Oh, bro, I hate. I don't want to say I hate SBF and FTX, but look what they did, bro. The ripple effect of FTX going down is affecting many other cryptocurrencies, because institutions, major corporations that had deals and just great things to do, cooperating, collaborating with Electroneum, working with the likes of ETN and many other projects, bro. Look, it's all gone down to dust now, because thank you, Sam, for ruining this for many of us. This could have been huge, this deal. But thanks to FTX, this company got cold feet and they got scared and they backed out and they just went radio silent on Electroneum. Like a whole year, imagine that, working on a big deal. I feel sorry for Richard Ells, man. He's been working tirelessly hard, and hearing people criticize him on Twitter and just mocking this project like he hasn't been really doing something. But look what happened. A whole year, and they even signed an NDA. The his lawyers advised him not to say anything to get his community excited, and rightfully so, And he couldn't say anything. That's probably why he was silent for too long. And look what happened. FTX collapses, and now this major major partner, got cold feet and just forgot about them. But yeah, hey, it's ETN, so they're gonna keep on building.
Good news is that we had major interest from a huge multinational corporation. There was good reasons that they were interested in us, of course, which is that our model is very different to other people's model. Remember that right from very early on, we were a cryptocurrency that was embracing KYC, AML, anti-terrorist financing, things that corporates like to hear. So we had really good head start there. They wanted us to introduce smart contracts, and so you have seen, of course, that we are developing our smart contract-based blockchain, and so I'll talk to you more about that in a while. So whilst it's slightly disappointing news that, very disappointing news, that this deal hasn't gone through, which would have been absolutely amazing for the project, it's okay. It's opening doors to other projects, and it's opening doors to other corporates. So slightly gutted that it went wrong, but that door is not completely closed yet. It's ajar, so hopefully if the crypto winter starts to come to an end, we can reinvigorate that. But otherwise, we will move on to other corporates. There is definitely more interest now in the blockchain space within corporations. They understand that they've got to embrace this, especially with talk of the metaverse and smart contracts. So that's what was going on pretty much for the whole of last year. Okay, so our new blockchain, smart contract-based blockchain, has been under development for quite some time. It will be coming out this year at some stage. We haven't got an exact date for it yet. It's a scary thing, migrating blockchain. There's lots of security implications that need to be not just tested, but ludicrously well tested. We've got bridges from the old blockchain to the new blockchain that have been written that need to be tested. Remember that with this smart contract blockchain, that also opens up, once this is live, it also opens up the ability for our blockchain to integrate with other smart contract blockchains. So we can have these bridges out there which will enable things like a wrapped ETN to access liquidity pools on some of these big decentralized exchanges. It does more than just allow you to play with NFTs, although we do.
That's dope, man. Did you hear that? Blockchain, Electroneum's brand new blockchain, Ethereum virtual machine, what is coming this year? It's coming this year. So get prepared for it. At least we're gonna have one major thing this year to look forward to when it comes to ETN. This project always gets me excited. I've been holding on to it for 6 years, but I ain't going nowhere. And listen, that's dope, man. Blockchain's coming. This is what Electroneum needed to step into the real world of DeFi and finance and crypto in general. Electroneum Metaverse, we need it. Electroneum DeFi, we need it. Electroneum smart contracts, EVM, all of that good stuff. Step into that world. That's where the money is. Those TVLs. And now Richard just said it. It's going to be wrapped ETN into this. You can, cross-chain, blockchain interoperability, all of that stuff we was talking about years ago with ETN. They will be able to do it now. And this is what this project needed, man. It's cool to have major partnerships, but if they leave, they leave. At least you carry on with your crypto journey. That's dope.
Do have a really funky idea about allowing people to play with NFTs through the app. So you'll be able to, at some stage, this isn't going live at the exact same time as the blockchain, but at some stage you will be able to upload your own images or take photographs and create instant NFTs with a reusable smart contract. So we've got some quite fun things coming along. But at the back end, the blockchain is considerably different. We are using a different consensus model called IBFT, which is Istanbul Byzantine fault tolerant. And that enables us to have a 5-second finality on a transaction. From an early days perspective, those who've followed Electroneum from a very early time realized that we made an instant payment system. Right early on, we realized that actually if cryptocurrency is going to take off in the real world, it needed to have instant payments. And we did that in a really clever way by ring fencing funds and doing all sorts of stuff cleverly in our app. So we're using a really interesting model for our consensus mechanism that's going out to our still permissioned validators, which from a corporate perspective, anyone who's looking to partner with us as a project, that is a really positive thing, because in the fully out there, anyone can be a validator model, which nearly every other project is, of course. That does mean that anybody can be a validator, and as such, they don't know who the validators are. Now, from a corporate perspective, that's slightly worrying from a regulatory standpoint. We've seen quite a lot of interest in the fact that we allow a corporate to know exactly who is controlling the network, which is a really positive thing. But the new blockchain model has moved ahead of an awful lot of others, with our validators creating what's called single block finality. So once your transaction is into a block, it's finalized, and those blocks are 5-second blocks. So what that actually means in layman's terms is it means that all transactions are completed on the blockchain within 5 seconds. So whilst it's not instant, which remember we still have through our app anyway, the actual finality of the transfer is done within 5 seconds. So it's quite an extraordinary thing. And that enables, just to explain that a little bit further. So with Bitcoin, which got 10-minute blocks, once a transaction goes into a block, it takes about 10 minutes, or maximum of 10 minutes perhaps, before it gets added to a block. But then an awful lot of people would want to see other blocks added on, called confirmation blocks, after that block, before they would consider that there's no chance of a chain split.
Advanced technology, man. Istanbul Byzantine fault tolerance, which will enable transactions to run now between 5 seconds, per single blocks. ETN has validators, proof of responsibility, all of that good stuff. their technology is advancing, it's evolving, which is, I like to see that in a blockchain, in a crypto project, from starting out with mobile miners to building their own AnyTask platform, which is pretty much equivalent to Fiverr when it comes to crypto, to now building their own blockchain. And once the blockchain rolls out, smart contracts are coming in, NFTs, all that stuff. And the finalities are like 5%, 5 seconds. That's, hey, dope.
And so as such, you don't normally find that that Bitcoin would be considered fully transacted in those 10 minutes. You would normally say 5 or 6 blocks after before it's confirmed. And so that might well take an hour for confirmed. So ours will be confirmed 5 seconds. So it is quite a big change, quite an exciting change. So that new model is coming along nicely. It's going to be launched this year at some point. We're not 100% sure what time it's going to be launched yet. As you can imagine, it's a slightly terrifying thing to do. You've seen the amount of hacks and security issues that there are in the whole of the blockchain space. Things have to be tested so vigorously and scrutinized to the highest level. So that is all taking place. And at the same
That's
time,
what I like about Richard Ells, man. He is very careful at what he's doing, very mindful. Look, he's still talking about securities. That's why they haven't really rolled out so many things, because they just don't want to risk having people to get hacked and exploited and all this other stuff. So they gotta test things and retest things. Sounds familiar? I like people like that. That is Charles Hoskinson of Cardano. That's how he moves. He doesn't just throw stuff out there. If it's gonna take him writing papers after papers, him and his developers, they're gonna make sure that everything is smooth before they roll anything out. And that's how Richard Ells is moving. So shout out to him.
of course, we've also got to write those bridges, or they actually are written, they're being tested. We've got bridges that enable the old blockchain to interface with the new blockchain, enabling your ETN balances to move across from where they were to where they're going to be on the new smart contract blockchain. It's not just a new smart contract blockchain, there's lots of other stuff going on in the background as well. So obviously smart contracts is great, the same sort of thing you've got on Binance Chain and Ethereum, but you've also got super low cost in comparison to other networks because it's ETN, which is always nice. But you've also, on top of that, got some things that we're going to be doing in the back end with the app. That covers the basics of our blockchain. It's a complex and an exciting task. There will be more to come on this, but we'll release a technical document to explain in detail what we're doing. And suffice to say, smart contracts being added is a really exciting thing for us. Corporates love smart contracts. Corporates are all starting to take a real interest in the metaverse, in whatever guise that takes eventually. And so anything that's smart contract based is starting to show an interest from a corporate perspective. So we really do have to have that if we're going to go out there and find ourselves a really big corporate partner to get behind our blockchain. I mean, it's been an exciting year for AnyTask. Anybody who's been following and watching, hopefully using AnyTask, will have seen that it's going from strength to strength. We've got some absolutely fantastic sellers on there. And if you are not using it already, you just literally have to use it. It always just blows me away. We've got amazing web designers, amazing graphic designers, and people that are right into that design space. It's absolutely super well covered. But there are also people in all sorts of other facets, data mining, data processing, just so many things on there. It's ridiculous. So AnyTask is going from strength to strength. Corporates love AnyTask, so I am really highly focused on trying to find us a really good corporate partner. Bear in mind, anyone who's in this crypto space that talks about financial inclusion, and there are a lot, you'll see virtually everybody in this space that likes to talk about financial inclusion. AnyTask genuinely shows it. There's literally people making a living out of the cryptocurrency space. It can't.
He really likes AnyTask, man. Richard Ells, yeah, that's pretty dope. He's mainly focused on AnyTask because he knows once a big corporate company partners with Electroneum via AnyTask, and that this thing gonna sell, it's gonna be big because instant payments. You have freelancers over there. It's almost like Fiverr 2.0, pretty much like the Fiverr of crypto. And yeah, try out AnyTask, man. It's dope. There's so many freelancers over there that are making a living. And not only that, there's freelancers living in the West. working on any task, but there's also some living in the third world countries where you pay them Electroneum and they perform these tasks for you. And yeah, it's pretty dope. It's an equal opportunity that helps anybody from anywhere in the world to just turn on your laptop or from your phone. You can become a freelancer and write blogs, write articles. You can help content creators. You can help so many people using the AnyTask platform. So that's dope.
Show financial inclusion in any better light, in my opinion, than AnyTask. So we will be using AnyTask as a lever or a lever, depending on where you're from, to push us into that corporate market and find us a really good partner. So I'm very excited about that opportunity. And so to help that opportunity, when it was first launched, we only had ETN payout and MasterCard, Visa card payment on the way in. So inbound payments were on the traditional finance networks, outbound payments were on ETN to enable them to earn a living outside of the traditional banking route. Then we enable people to buy tasks with ETN as well. Very good reason for that, of course. Those people that are, let's say for instance, they're making a website, but they want to get a logo for their customer, they can take some of the ETN that they're earning, feed it back through the system and buy from somebody else. The logo part, they can start bundling packages of skills together by having that ETN. Now we've taken it one step further. We've just launched the ability to pay in Bitcoin. So you still only get paid out in ETN. So every single person who sells on AnyTask will always be paid in ETN. But we've opened the front door, the payment gateway in, to also allow Bitcoin. Now you're going to see other cryptos coming in the future as we move through. And we've done this for a very, very good reason. The first reason is because from a corporate perspective, ETN doesn't have a massively high profile. So we have to try and get the highest profile one, Bitcoin, so that we can talk about being able to take cryptocurrency and Bitcoins are automatically included. So from an opening doors perspective, we wanted to get it in there. But there's another reason as well. So we've added Bitcoin as another way to pay. But when you think about communities within the cryptocurrency space, you'll find that people are fiercely loyal to their community. Now, Bitcoin crosses all those boundaries. Everybody who's in crypto is in the Bitcoin space. But then if you think about the large verticals, so XRP has a huge XRP army. They've got the huge following. And then you look at lots of the other really big projects, Ethereum, obviously, Doge, or any of those giants. By introducing them one at a time and then getting involved in their communities as something that is a really positive benefit for their coin, it enables us to drive AnyTask forwards. And by driving AnyTask forwards, we are by default driving ETN forwards. So the Electroneum project is always aided by every benefit that there is to AnyTask. So you want to launch them one at a time, don't want to do them all at once, and then we can engage with those projects and work with their communities, hopefully get some posts out on their social media channels, because why would they not? AnyTask is a really great platform. Also, you do still see people in the crypto community using Fiverr. Look, Fiverr is a great platform, but if you support crypto, why would you not support crypto by using AnyTask? Makes a lot more sense, but there's an awful lot of those people that wouldn't necessarily go out and actually use their MasterCard when they can use cryptocurrency. So introducing these new cryptos on the front end of going into AnyTask is really important for us to grow AnyTask, and growing AnyTask, great for ETN. What is it that we're going to be doing for this year? What does the future bring for Electroneum and for AnyTask? So you've heard me speak a little bit about where we're going with AnyTask and what we've launched. We've also got some other things that we're working on with AnyTask. At the moment, if you drill down through, we've got 28,000 sellers or something on AnyTask now. We've got an awful lot of people on there. And drilling through to find their tasks is definitely a better way of finding it than our search at the moment. The search is a very simplistic search, and we really want to have one of these very cool searches that's self-learning. And also, if you type translation, it's also going to find translators.
It's cool that they threw AI in there.
Translated, you know, it's going to broaden out the tasks that it finds as it searches. So they're building an algorithmic search as we speak for AnyTask. So we're going to be taking AnyTask from strength to strength, and very much for Electroneum and the blockchain, smart contract blockchain, remember. Also, we're building that NFT system so that you can upload your own images and create NFTs with no technical skills. But we're also going to be out there with my personal job, along with some other people feeding the leads into me, is finding corporate partners. I'm a little bit fed up with trying to do the smaller deals with people because it takes just as much time, just as many lawyers. I'm now just focusing on ultra large projects. As of last year, when we got a lot of interest off a big corporate, it made me realize actually it's a waste of time going small, let's go really large. So I'm out there looking for giant corporate partners. We're in a brilliant position to work with corporates, probably better than virtually any other project, because that we can look right back from our history of KYC, AML, and we've got these low energy validators and they're permission validators, which means the corporate has a say or certainly oversight and some view as to who it is that's doing this validating. So there's nothing worrying about the project, and a reassurance and assurance in corporations is absolutely key. So I'm quite confident that we'll get somebody on board either for the Electroneum side with blockchain. Everybody's talking about metaverse now. Corporates are really involved in looking at what their metaverse strategies are, and or AnyTask. The whole world again of the crypto side of things. So with AnyTask, be much more inclined to be partners if we could go out there and find a coin market cap as a partner, or somebody that's huge within the crypto community to work with AnyTask. That would be amazing, because everybody talks about financial inclusion, but AnyTask genuinely delivers it. So somebody else out there that would like to be part of genuine financial inclusion and have a say as to where we take that project could come on board and both help us grow it and make it larger and more powerful and take a larger market share, and also enhance their own brand at the same time. So that's what I'm going to be doing. The team are going to be doing their software and marketing as usual. So we will be carrying on the project throughout this year. One other thing that of course might interest people is once we get the new smart contract blockchain out of the way, we will also be able to do cross-chain bridges. That will mean that it will be possible for someone to wrap ETN onto ERC20 stroke BEP20, which means liquidity pools such as the big decentralized exchanges and stuff will be accessible to ETN. That's important for all of our users. Anybody that gets paid in ETN, of course, wants maximum amount of liquidity and ease of use, ease of changing it to other cryptos.
That's dope, man. That's pretty much it. I'm gonna stop it here. But hey, you heard the last part. BEP20, Binance, they're gonna be bridging with Binance. They're gonna be bridging with ERC20 tokens, pulling from their liquidity as well. This is what Electroneum needed to get the ball rolling. This year, if they bring out this blockchain, it's gonna be dope for Electroneum, because it's one of those last coins that, you know, kind of missed the 2021 bull market because of 2017 vibes. They couldn't really roll out whatever they wanted to bring out, and they missed out on metaverse, smart contracts, NFTs, DeFi. Electroneum needs to get involved with all of that world. And at the same time, he's trying to go corporate as well. He want to pretty much sell AnyTask to these corporate companies so they can have some kind of partnership, bridge them into ETN, the ETN ecosystem, fiat on ramps. All of that could happen in the future, in the fruition. So it's good to see that the ETN team has been working. And as you all know, soon, I think by March 23rd, it's gonna be ISO 222 migration. Now, this might not do anything, but it has been a huge talk in the crypto wider space for people who like quant, the likes of XRP and Electroneum, and that them coins that do micro payments and that. So there's rumors that ISO 222 is going to include some of these cryptocurrencies as micro payments and something to that nature. It could be a nothing burger, but hey, keep an eye on this one. And also payment groups, Digital Pound Foundation, look who's part of it, part of the team. Electroneum is right there alongside with Avalanche, alongside with Ripple, XRP, Quant, So this is part of the Digital Pound Foundation. Identify, define, and articulate key payments, risks, challenges, benefits, all of that good stuff. They working towards that too. There's a company called Transform Finance in the UK. They're gonna have some kind of speech. See, Richard Ells is right there. He's gonna be one of the keynote speakers there. KYC data. That's what he's gonna speak about. This will happen soon, in about a day or two, on March the 23rd. There's a lot more personalities that are speaking blockchain and all that other stuff. Part of the Digital Pound Foundation crew would be there. It's going to happen on March the 23rd, guys. So pay attention to that. It's at St. Paul's in London, and they're selling the tickets now for this to happen. So finance, definitely traditional finance and blockchain are going to be bridging at some point. Look, first they're going to have to, sooner or later they're going to have to come to blockchain, bro. So, and that's a really dope thing to see as Electroneum. It has been around for many, many years, and look at the market. Bitcoin at almost 28,000. It's good to see BTC at almost 28k. But yeah, man, let us know what are your thoughts on Electroneum in the comment section below. Do you still think the project have legs to come back, to make an epic comeback during the next bull market? Because Richard has missed the gun. He jammed it because, no, it's not really his fault, but it's FTX's fault. Sam Bankman-Fried ruined it for everyone else. Corporate companies are scared of ETN and the likes of these other things, well, for now. But eventually they're going to come back in, because crypto is the future. I believe it is the future of finance, bro. Come on. And what better crypto than Electroneum to spark the revolution? Instant payments. Electroneum is in Africa. They have AnyTask. Electroneum everywhere. Come on. They have all of these things rolled out already, and all they need to do is to bring out that blockchain. That's the major thing in this update that I was looking for, and I really like it. He said 2023, this year, they're going to be working really hard at rolling this out. And once the blockchain comes, it opens the door to DeFi, NFTs, all of that good stuff. So that's what I needed. Let me know in the comment section below. Do you still like ETN? Do you still hold ETN to my ETN OGs out there? Or did you give up on this project? Let me know in the comment section below, because I really like this project. Like up the video, share it, subscribe for some crypto content. I have been Mr. Nakamoto Crypto, and I'm out.